Kathleen just competed at the 2026 VIC States and she killed it. When we first started working together, our main priority was squats. We wanted to make sure that she can squat to depth confidently and consistently. It was definitely a challenge at the start. We exposed her to different positions, made adjustments with her technique, and eventually we found a pattern that allowed her to feel confident and feel consistent with squatting to depth. Another thing that we had to work on was fatigue management when it comes to her programming, especially for deadlifts. She often say that she doesn't feel fully strong. She feels flat sometimes coming into her primary deadlift sessions, and we had to make some changes within her training program. And eventually we found the recipe, and she managed to be consistent with her deadlift training. And then for bench, honestly, it was just a matter of consistency and accountability. We just wanted to make sure that she pauses her reps and each rep is high quality. This was actually our first time comp prepping together, so I was really excited to see all the things that we were working on training come together on competition day. We opened squats with 87.5 and she absolutely smoked it. 3 white lights, easy. We jumped to 92.5 kilo for a PB on her second attempt, and even though she stood up with the weight, she got reds for downward movement. And when she came off the platform, I asked her what happened, and she pretty much just said, "I hesitated." She doubted herself a little bit during the lift. But the thing is, I knew she had the strength for it. I knew she had the mobility for it too. So instead of going up, we just decided to take the same weight again on her third attempt, and she absolutely nailed it. Honestly, it moved way easier than the second attempt. And yeah, 92.5 might not look like the biggest PB ever on paper, but for us, it was a huge confidence win. That lift meant a lot more than a 2.5 kilo PB. Bench moved really well too. We opened with 55 kilos, which flew. Then we went with 57.5 for her second attempt, which was actually really nice to hit because she had missed the exact weight in training 2 weeks out when she was sick. So seeing her come out and smoke it on the platform was awesome. And then we loaded the big 60 kilo for her third attempt. Unfortunately, it just wasn't there on the day, but she is very close to getting it. Definitely just a matter of time. And then deadlifts, Kathleen's specialty. The heaviest pull she did during prep was 152.5, which was already close to her all-time PB of 155. We opened with 142.5 and it absolutely flew. So straight away, I felt confident loading 152.5 for a second attempt. Honestly, it looked exactly the same. So for her third attempt, we decided to take a risk and go for 160, a 5 kilo PB, and she ripped it off the floor fast. And then it slowed down a little bit around the knees, but kept fighting for it and then locked it out clean. So that's 160, 310 kilo total. That's a 10 kilo total PB. I am genuinely happy with how this prep and this comp turned out. Kathleen is one of those athletes that makes coaching so enjoyable. She works hard, she asks the right questions, she listens, and she genuinely wants to improve. After the comp, so many people actually came up to me and told me how inspiring she is, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. Now, I've coached a lot of athletes now, and over time, you develop what I call competition coaching logic. And this is in relation to how you make decisions on competition day, your attempt selections, the way you handle athletes specifically. And I think this is very common with veteran coaches who have been in the game for a long time. You develop your system or your instincts on how to make decisions based on what's happening in the moment. But coaching Kathleen actually challenged this in a good way. Oftentimes I had to throw away my competition coaching logic and really just become more reactive to what she needed specifically in that moment. And I feel like this is where the true art form of coaching really comes to alive. So I'm really thankful for you, Kathleen, for allowing me to experience this, and I'm very proud of you, and I can't wait for what else is there to come.